Okay folks, this will be an interesting one. I found this in my local area. I thought I'd souvenir it. Let's see what we can do with it. Okay, let's see what we've got. We've got here a photograph of a child and his artwork, obviously at kindergarten or maybe early primary school, maybe grade 1. So he's just showing off his artwork. That's one thing I don't have time for, folks, is I'm working on these demos, and I've got to cut a long story short, I'm trying to whatever, I don't feel it's the right thing to talk about. I do miss a loved one, and I'm trying to use social media to get in touch. Doesn't seem to be working. His name is Luigi, and I really miss him. And these demos are for him, to find him, to get out there on social media. And I'm just so busy doing these, I don't have time to hang with the family. I have a nephew that I've hardly kept in touch with. I don't get along with my brother or my father, and my brother is the one who has the nephew, who's his child, of course, and I don't get along with my brother or my father, so I don't have time to, can't be bothered dealing with them, so I just do my shit. I know that that my nephew, you could say, could be called proverbially the meat in the sandwich. He shouldn't have to. I just don't feel comfortable around my dad and my brother because they don't agree with my art. They don't like what I do, and they think it's just bullies. They're just bullies to me, and I've been bullied at school, and I don't need that shit coming from my dad or my brother, so I purposefully avoid them at all costs. And that means I don't get to see my nephew, which is really sad that he has been caught up in this indirectly. Anyway, that's come up looking a treat, actually. I think we could make that into a mirrored image piece. But basically, unfortunately, he's the meat in the sandwich. But it's just to keep me from feeling humiliated and belittled that I don't talk, I don't keep in touch. It's the only power I have over them is to just ignore them, just to keep them, not give them the power that they typically have over me. So I have to fucking destroy the power by just simply not engaging them, not talking to them, not seeing them. My brother lives in Adelaide, so that means there's less pressure for me to see him. But basically, yeah, I'm really missing my partner, and I know that if I can get in touch with Luigi, I know that my dad and my brother will respect me if I had a partner, and I'll apologise for all the bullying that they've done against my art practice. I know it's a bit eccentric, and I know my dad and my brother hate eccentricity. They do. They like things to be normal and suburban, so to speak. And I just can't allow them to get what they want, and that is to humiliate me, to treat me like shit. Now, he looks like he's a bit too far in the middle, but his hand is there, which is okay. But I just can't allow these family differences to prevail. I have to teach them a lesson. They're not going to treat me with any respect if I'm going to talk to them, because that's their fuel. That's fuel for their fire. They can burn me because they've got the fuel, they've got what they need to burn me, and I don't want to be burned, so I'm staying away from them. I know that I'm not socially mobile. I don't have lots of money. I don't have a house, a car, a spouse. I know that rhymes, but we get it. I don't have anything to suggest that I'm a success. And that's like bullies at school, picking on the child at school who's not so clever in the grades. You know, they call that person slow or stupid. Well, that's what they're like with me, without necessarily using the word slow or stupid. Because I failed, I'm not a success. I haven't got the grades in life, and I was a failure at school as well. I know I had a cord around my neck and I came out feet first. I had oxygen starvation, so I was never able to succeed at school as a student, and I was always blamed for it because they didn't see that there was something actually wrong, and I had it was like I had to carry the responsibility because there was no diagnosis. And my social life, I do think I might have Asperger's syndrome, and they didn't have a classification like that at school, so there was no chance I was going to get diagnosed. But anyway, enough about that. That looks really interesting. I think now we can call this FamFot, Family Photo Demo, quits.